Are we too grown to change? Are we too grown to mess around? Ooh, and I can't wait forever, baby. Both of us should know better. Ooh, 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 been wishing for you. Ooh, ooh. Try to do what I was doing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video we are going to be doing the 5th and final Prism palette makeup tutorial of the series. That does not mean that I'll stop doing looks using this palette at all, because there's so many other looks that you can do using this palette, but it's just the end of the makeup series, so which means that I'm gonna start doing other stuff for, you know, other things. So I'm gonna go ahead and just prime my lid using my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is the shade NC45, and this is what I use to carve out under my brows. So whatever I use to carve out underneath of my brows is what I generally use to prime my lids. So the first shade we're going to go in with is, of course, Saturn. It is the orangey shade in the palette. And we're going to be using the Pretty Bar brushes. I've used these brushes for about 2 years. They've done me good. None of them are like falling apart or anything like that. You can get the Pretty Bar brushes off of their Instagram. It's just the Pretty Bar. But I love these brushes. So this fluffy brush is what I'm using to apply Saturn. And I'm focusing it in the crease. And then now I'm going to start blending it up in the upper part of the crease as well. So this color peeks through over the brown. So the next shade we're going to go in with is Parallel, which is the chocolate brown in the palette. And we're going to be using a Pretty Bar brush. This is like a kind of similar to the E25 by Sigma. And we're going to place this out into this outer corner and start to work this into the crease. So I'm mainly packing this color out into the outer corner, and then I'm going to start to blend it up into the crease, keeping it pretty low for right now, and then we'll start to blend it up and higher, but mainly just pat, pat, pat out here, and then blend sideways in which of my promotions out here. And just continue to do this. I continue to pack this color on so it peeks through. Also, I bring it in pretty far, not all the way in the inner corner, but I bring it in pretty far. And now I'm going to start to blend this up into the crease so it blends into Saturn. I always go back in with the previous brush and a little bit more of the previous color and just use that to go around the edge. And blend that like that. So now we are going to semi-cut the crease. And I'm going to use my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in the same shade, NC45, and just use this to carve out the half-cut crease. And I always do this with a Sigma E15 flat definer brush. I just feel like I get the most precision with my flat definer brush. So now that my half-cut crease is done, we're going to use this gorgeous kind of bronzy shade, and then it's the shade Sphinx. I love that word, Sphinx. Sphinx. It's just cool. So I'm going to use this Pretty Bar. This is like a flat eyeshadow brush, one of my favorite brushes to use when I'm packing on eyeshadow. And I'm going to pat this all over my lid. And I also pull my eye taut, so it gives more of like a foiled impression. And just place the color all over, going all the way out into that outer part right where I applied the concealer. So now we're going to apply some tape just so I get this crisp edge, because I kind of want to do like a smoky liner type effect. So we're just going to apply the tape, and then we're using another Pretty Bar brush. This is just their eyeliner, like an angled eyeliner brush, and we're going to use, that's the pomade. We're going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills waterproof eye color in the shade Jet. It's just a matte black, and I am going to start to do the wing. So I just draw the line along the tape, and then just draw a really thin wing, because when we start smoking it out, it's going to get thicker and thicker, and then in this inner portion,
I just want to keep that really tight to the lashes because I want it to slowly but surely fade into a thin line, kind of like something like that. And then make sure to color everything in. If you want, you don't have to do this step because the matte black that is in this palette that we're going to go in with is pretty pigmented, so it's going to cover all of this, but just to follow what I did, I'm going to. So now that that's down, we are going to take the shade Obsidian, which once again is the matte black in this palette, and we're going to take another flat definer brush by Sigma. This is just one that I don't use for concealer, that isn't dirty with concealer, and we're going to take this and go right above it. This cream color does dry down pretty quickly. So now that we have that down, I just am going to pull my eye off, rip off the tape, and you see it gives a really sharp, precise line, and after you rip off the tape, you can kind of decide if you want to apply more or if it looks good or what, but I feel like it looks pretty darn good. So for lashes, I'm going to apply my Lena lashes in the style Olivia. These are my favorite lashes. They are also black owned, so I love to use these. They're just expensive, so I only have like 3 pairs and I recycle them forever. But besides the point, I'm going to use those, do my face and everything off camera, and then I will be back for the lips and the final touches of whatever I need to do, like the inner corner if I decide or anything like that. See you in a bit. Hey guys, I'm back. So what we have going on right now is the smoky liner, and I'm trying to decide if I want to do smoky on the bottom as well. I don't know, but I'm just gonna put some black in the waterline. Maybe that'll help my decision. And then I'm going to go back in with a Pretty Bar pencil brush and parallel and just smoke the lower lash line, just with the brown for now, because like I mentioned, I don't know if I want to put black down there. If I do, I think I might just do the outer corner. So yeah, I think I'm just going to do the outer corner. So I'm going to take Obsidian in that same E25 and just do it really tight and kind of connect the two out there. So that's just with it out in the outer corner. I think it looks really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and put on mascara, and then we're going to do our inner corner and lips. So for the inner corner, I am going to take Summer out of the, I think this is the That Glow Kit or the Sundipped Glow Kit. I'm just going to take this because there's not like a pretty shimmery shade in the palette, and I feel like this one just really ties in with the rest of the look. So I'm just going to pop that into the inner corner. And then for lips, I am first going to start by lining my lips with my Klean color lip liner in the shade Brown. My favorite lip liner. And then I'm going to take Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is in the shade Ashton. It's a really pretty kind of like nudish orangish color. And I'm going to put that in the center of the lips. This is my favorite like nude kind of natural looking combo. So I just let that dry down. I'm going to let that dry down, and then I'm going to go back over it with the brown lip liner around the outer perimeter. So that pretty much wraps up my video, you guys. What you think? What do you think of the palette? What do you think of this look? What do you think of the series in general? You let me know. I know in the purple tutorial, not the one I posted today, which was the pink look, but the purple tutorial, you guys are like, I'm sold, I'm gonna buy the palette thanks to you, and I'm like, sorry, but it's literally a great palette, you guys, and it's a good comeback because Subculture was not up to par. And when you have a brand like Anastasia Beverly Hills that has consistently put out good products, and then they come out with something like Subculture that's hard for an everyday consumer to use, and it's just super powdery and super pigmented and things like that, it's just harder to work with. They needed this palette. They needed this palette to work and to be great, and it's great. It's literally great. The shimmers slash duochromes are amazing. The mattes are all amazing. This palette overall I would give a 9 out of 10. The reason I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 is because it's not completely cohesive, but you know, when someone has a vision, you can't knock them for their vision, and obviously Claudia, I should say, and Anastasia had a vision, and Sphere and Lure were included in it. So I'm super excited for the next palettes that are coming out. I know she's creating a Norvina palette. I wanted her to create a fan favorite palette, but you know, whatever. And there looks like there is a Nicole Guerrero eyeshadow palette coming out soon. So really great palette. I'm like, girl, put me on your PR list. They do, well, Anastasia has reached out, well, not reached out, but has commented and liked a bunch of my pictures and videos on Twitter. So I'm like, hey, I'm over here. Hello, reach out to you, girl. But nonetheless, I'm super excited for this series to be over so we can start new looks and everything like that. But let me know what else you guys would like to see, and I love y'all, and thank you so much for watching this series. If you watched all 5 videos, put down in the comment section, what do I want to put? Let's put orange is love, just because that's the first thing that came to my head, and orange is my favorite color. So if you watched all 5 videos, put orange is love, hashtag orange is love in the comment section. I love you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah. Bye. Tell me if you love me or not.